The Peloponnesian War, a clash of titans. On one side stood the mighty Athenian Empire, with its powerful navy. On the other, the disciplined Spartans, masters of land warfare. This epic conflict, lasting almost 3 decades, reshaped the ancient Greek world. A struggle for dominance and a clash of ideologies. The seeds of war were sown long before the first arrow flew. Athens, with its growing empire, was seen as a threat by Sparta. They feared Athenian power and influence. Sparta, with its strict military society, contrasted Athenian openness. Tensions grew. Finally, in 431 BCE, the fragile peace shattered. The Peloponnesian War began. This war was not just about 2 city-states. It drew in countless others, each with their own ambitions. A war fought on land and sea, of sieges and battles. And caught in the middle was the small city of Plataea. Plataea was no mighty empire or military powerhouse. It was a small city-state in Boeotia, a region in central Greece. Yet, despite its size, Plataea held a strategic position. It lay on the main road between Athens and Thebes, a powerful city and a Spartan ally. This location would prove to be both a blessing and a curse for Plataea. Years before the Peloponnesian War erupted, Plataea had fought alongside Athens. They repelled the invading Persians together. This shared victory forged a strong bond between the 2 cities. So when the war between Athens and Sparta began, Plataea faced a fateful decision. Remain loyal to Athens and risk Spartan wrath? Or declare neutrality and risk alienating their Athenian allies? The Plataeans ultimately chose loyalty. They stood by Athens, a decision that would have profound consequences for their city. They knew the risks, they understood the potential cost, but they were determined to honor their alliance and face the Spartan threat head-on. Little did they know, their city would soon become a focal point in the larger conflict, a testament to the horrors of siege warfare. The Spartan king, Archidamus II, was a cautious and pragmatic leader. He understood that a direct assault on Plataea would be costly. The city, though small, was well fortified, so he chose a different tactic: siege. In 429 BCE, Archidamus and his Spartan army surrounded Plataea, trapping the inhabitants within their own city walls. The siege of Plataea was unlike the swift battles that often characterized ancient warfare. It was a slow, agonizing affair, a war of attrition designed to starve the Plataeans into submission. Day after day, the Spartans surrounded the city. They cut off supply lines. They prevented anyone from entering or leaving. Inside the besieged city, the mood was grim. Food and water became scarce. The constant threat of attack weighed heavily on the Plataeans. Yet, they refused to surrender. They knew that their Athenian allies would come to their aid, and so they held on, their defiance fueled by hope and desperation. Section 4. The Resourceful Plataeans. Defiance in the face of adversity. The Plataeans were not simply going to wait passively for their fate. They were determined to fight back. Using their ingenuity and courage, they devised clever countermeasures to hinder the Spartan siege. They launched surprise raids against enemy positions. They repaired their defenses under the cover of darkness. One of their most daring feats involved building a covert tunnel. This tunnel allowed them to secretly receive supplies from their Athenian allies. It was a risky endeavor. The Spartans were constantly patrolling the perimeter. Discovery would have been disastrous, but the Plataeans, driven by their will to survive, persevered. These acts of defiance infuriated the Spartans. They had expected a swift victory. Instead, they found themselves bogged down in a protracted siege against a resourceful and determined enemy. The siege of Plataea was proving to be a costly and frustrating endeavor for Archidamus and his army. Section 5. Escape from Plataea, a daring gambit and a crushing defeat. As the siege dragged on, hope dwindled for the Plataeans. Food and water were running critically low. Under a stormy night, the Plataeans attempted a daring escape. They scaled the walls, hoping to reach Athenian territory. Some succeeded. They disappeared into the darkness, their fates unknown. But many were not so lucky. The Spartans hunted down the fleeing Plataeans. Many were captured and killed. The remaining defenders surrendered. The siege of Plataea was over. The city was razed, its inhabitants killed or enslaved. The siege of Plataea was a grim reminder of war's brutal realities. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to emgot360 History for more tales of history.